Welcome back to ASTROLANCER. Didn't expect to see this quiet title screen again, did you? Well, it's been quite a while since my first blind playthrough of this game. It's been ages, really. But there is more to see in this game. I have been playing through it a few more times since that first playthrough, so it's definitely not blind anymore. I mostly use those playthroughs to find my preferred playstyle, because this game has a lot of weapon choices and optional weapons, and I wanted to know how I wanted to use those resources before I would record myself playing again. But in a way, today will still be a blind playthrough, because what I am playing today in this game is something I have not played before. But to talk about that, we first need to talk about what I did play before. File 1 here is on challenging difficulty. That is the recorded playthrough save file from the past. Since then, I've played a few more challenging runs, as well as one run on Formidable, which is the next higher difficulty. But it is not the highest difficulty. Challenging mode has increased enemy strength and reduced HP and energy recovery compared to normal mode, which I have never touched. Formidable has maximum enemy strength, reduced HP and energy recovery, and slower thrust recovery. Thrust being the rocket-charged ramming attack our protagonist can do. But today we're taking a look at Heartless Rampage. Maximum enemy strength, just as in Formidable. Only checkpoints restore HP, which will be certainly challenging. Some upgrades unavailable, which I am very interested to see which ones those will be, because I have made a plan of what upgrades I usually choose and what weapons I usually pick. And I'm planning to do the same thing here. But if the upgrades I usually pick are not available, I will have to make choices on the spot. And then, in red, things are different. Don't play this first. I wonder what things will be different. Enemy placement? Story progression? I don't know. Some upgrades being unavailable? That's certainly different. Don't play this first? Certainly am not. I guess the only way to find out what's different is to take a look. I have at every attempt been playing on modern type, and so I will also do so for this playthrough. Retro type just isn't my style. Although I also really haven't given it a full attempt, I would say. I mostly just gave up immediately when trying it and went back to modern type. So we will be using modern type. Enable strafing. You can easily continue attacking enemies while dodging. However, enemies take 20% less damage to compensate. So this is a weaker shot, but you can focus your shot in one direction instead of retro type, where you always shoot in the direction you are moving. Lancer 2, this is your mission. We have reports that former droids have entered our galaxy once again. I'll go through the story again, because one, I've never read it again during my other playthroughs, and maybe something changed. They've landed on an automated mining colony on the galaxy's fringe. Formatroids are a type of von Neumann probe. They are self-replicating. If they get a foothold in our galaxy, it may become impossible to contain them. Because of the serious nature of this threat, collateral damage is of no concern. They've decided to arm your black hole bomb for this mission. Should you fail, you will self-destruct to destroy the entire planet and the Formatroids with it. Neither of us wants that. Don't let us down, Lancer 2. Stage 1, Silent Plateau. This dry, peaceful land will soon become a battlefield. For Stage 1, I usually pick homing, which is probably the easiest sub-weapon to use, because it homes on all the enemies, or one enemy out of all the enemies on screen. It's probably weak to compensate. It's not the fastest shot, but it should do the job. It's probably the one I'm using for the most of these stages, but we'll see. Search and destroy. So yeah, this is our slow homing shot compared to our faster main shot. And we also have one arms to start off with, which is the lance, which uses the energy bar on the right side of the screen. As a reminder, the thrust meter is for this. After thrusting, it slowly charges back up, and when it is fully charged, it will make a ding sound to remind us. Left of the thrust meter is our health meter, and below that are our upgrades and our collected EC. EC, there are 6 in each stage, or I guess you could say 7, but we'll get to those when we get to those. EC are used to buy upgrades at the end of each stage. Also, you can use these to recharge energy and health, and also possibly change your weapon in case you want to do so. Did you receive our distress signal? The Formatroids are everywhere out there. They may indeed be everywhere. Oh yeah, this guy already shot more bullets than on challenge mode. Do they have revenge bullets? I think they shoot as much as regularly, but I think they also have revenge bullets now. My favorite kind of difficulty. Yeah, they don't shoot that much. But when they die, they shoot 3 extra bullets aimed at you. That's gonna be a thing when there is more enemies to deal with. But I guess either it's only those small enemies, or it didn't happen because that guy was off screen. And that's more enemy spawns than usually here. So I can already see how things are different. We're hiding all the ECs. You can have this one, but you'll have to find the rest. Now we have 1 EC. So our goal is to get that counter up to 6 before we finish the stage. Enemies usually don't respawn instantly when you leave and enter a screen. There's a system in place that if you leave and enter a screen too often, enemies will start respawning. But I guess that's a thing of the past. Now you can't just duck out of a screen or kill one enemy and then duck out of the screen. To make the screen easier on re-entry. This is gonna be a thing. I went back to the start of the room because the angle is a lot easier than going from that secret room to the left, to the right, over there. And coming out there, I was immediately ambushed by this guy from the top and all of these guys. Kinda hard to deal with. But also, those guys that spawned here did not have revenge bullets. This sensor can detect secret doors, but if you don't need it, you can just take the EC. So, the EC counter for this level will go up to 7, because unless the hidden doors have changed places, I don't think I need the collector anymore. Let's see if I miss any secrets and need to backtrack through a stage at the end because I don't have all the ECs. Destructible objects like this can have energy orbs in them that refill your energy. On lower difficulties they can also have HP drops in them, but by the description of this mode, I'm assuming there won't be any. We're hunkering down behind secret doors. They'll open if you hit them hard enough. Our first secret should be the very obvious one here. You can use either your recharging thrust or the basic energy weapon. But why waste energy? You can just thrust. Was my secret door too obvious? Here, take this as C before the former droids find me. Good luck! Also, on the right side of the screen is the enemy force meter. It's not really a meter, it's a percentage, which goes down every time you kill enemies. And depending on how low it is at the end of the stage, the boss will be easier or harder. If the force is reduced completely to 0, the boss will be at its easiest. So you are incentivized to kill as many enemies as possible and not just run away. You'll never break down the armory door, but I think there's a button here under a rock. Somewhere around here, right? Yeah. You can use your basic weapon and some other weapons. Not... No? Okay, even homing does it. Not every weapon, I think, makes the different reaction sound when you hit one of these. But this works. I can make a new arms for you, but I only have enough parts to make one of these. This is a choice in most every stage between 3 weapons that you can add to your collection of arms. In stage 1 we have Wave, very fast shot, passes through all enemies and walls. Assault, rapid fire weapon with wild aim. And Laser, narrow laser, deals pinpoint damage. On my first playthrough I used Assault. I like Wave, but Laser is probably our best choice to start off with. Good luck! Well, I took a lot of damage there, so I'm going back to heal. Because I can. And there was a heal right here, with no enemies in between. I just shot in the completely wrong direction down there. Which wouldn't have happened on the other playstyle. But yeah, Laser is strong. Especially for the start. I usually don't use arms much outside of boss battles. But I guess we'll see if that changes in this one. Also, I barely used Thrust during my first playthrough. And I still don't usually use it offensively, but I guess we'll see. I might need to if lots of enemies spawn like this where I don't remember them spawning. There's a big scary former droid ahead. I was lucky to get away with this one. Just very good to get out of a bad situation. Usually there's no problem using your arms or using up your arms and energy, because before the boss at least there will always be a recharge. Also, if this is stage 1 enemy spawn rates, then I'm slightly scared of the future. Let's see if the first mid-boss has changed at all. I'm assuming more bullets. No, I don't think it's more bullets actually. I think this one has not changed between this and formidable difficulty. There's not like 2 of him or anything. This thing explodes now, which I assume will hurt me if I get caught in it. Why couldn't the Formatoids just use the other side of the planet? How rude. Well, if I'm destroying the whole planet by failing, no side of the planet will be safe, friend. Yeah, you just suicide bomb ahead. Well, I ran into that one. Can't deny that. If you shoot the wall and the impact is different, that means there's a secret door. We already learned that. Also, there's enemies right outside your door. Can slow down the former droid's invasion if we cut off all the power. Probably. Just probably. Maybe not the best idea. I'm running. We are already at 0 enemy force. You can also use it to tell how close you are to the end of the stage. I did not realize how low I was on HP. I guess that ambush before that door I was just in kinda got me hard. Lancer 2 receives critical damage, rendering it unable to complete its main objective. Its failsafe black hole bomb detonated as planned, and the local planet was destroyed, confirming the destruction of the former droid threat. Good end. Enemy force remains at 0. Things picked up, like EC, remain picked up. But that's pretty much all. Still need to go back the way you came. I think I'll definitely have to use thrust more during this run than usual. And essentially use it as a death bomb. If things just spawn right in front of my face and I can't really avoid them. Should be one more EC hidden somewhere. Wrong button will also always happen. I love messing up between the arms button and the thrust button. Oh, I did not graze enough. Stream enough. And I'm very close to death again. Wonder if I'm taking more damage. The river leads into a huge cave system. We have a big mining operation down there. Okay, no, the last EC is down here. A bunch of former droids went into the mines. They're definitely after our metal. The Horned leader is nearby. It's huge, but it can fly like it weighs nothing. I think enemies mostly stop existing if they are off screen, so you can just move back once if something becomes too dangerous. Although I'm not sure if there's any reason to pick this stuff up that's always before boss rooms, considering this just fills you up completely. But let's face our first boss. This one was always kinda difficult, considering it's the first one. I'm not expecting it to be any easier. It didn't give me that much trouble. But that was not a flawless battle. Engage pursuit! Shmup section engage! While for regular stages, I love homing. My go-to for shmup sections is the bazooka. Not for all of them, but most of them. The bazooka explodes on contact, damaging everything close by to the explosion. Things are definitely harder in the shmup section. Bigger bullets, more bullets. Maybe not more enemies. Yeah, probably more enemies. I think I was being pulled up. Towards the boss. Which would be a rude gimmick for the first mid-boss of anything. So these swap sections might become a hard part of the game, because there is one special thing about these shmup sections, and that is, if you reach the boss with full health, you get a checkpoint at the boss, but only if you are at full health when you reach the boss. Also, yes, this thing was pulling me up. Would be great if I didn't just get hit by everything on the way there. Maybe I'll need to switch off bazooka. Oh good, I ran into that one. Maybe be careful around this guy, huh? Okay. Oh! It doesn't drop health anymore. Yeah, that's bad. Because usually you get a mid-boss right before the boss that drops energy and health. So it becomes very easy to get to the boss with full health. Not anymore. Let's try the shotgun. A bit of a spread shot, perhaps. Also, don't forget you can use thrust. During shmup sections. Yeah, shotgun is doing a much better job, I feel. Considering you give me energy, I'm incentivized to use energy. And then just die anyways. Okay. Yeah. This is gonna be a harder run than what I'm used to. I appreciate that though, because this game has been, I would say, very easy. Even on formidable difficulty. Great. Love it when you hit me. Not sure if that was worth it, but I did it. I tried to shoot both sides of those turrets, and clearly that was the wrong decision. Just stick to one side. They are not that hard to dodge if there's just one side of them. Look, I reached the mid-boss without getting hit. Look, I beat the mid-boss without getting hit. So, stick to one side. This is essentially a death parry from Toho. I am so mad I got hit once. I don't need a checkpoint, then it doesn't matter, right? Oh, don't do any risky moves, like going through tiny gaps. Two more hits on me, and I'm doomed. I got punched! Well, doable, I would say. Well, I already got hit, so... Considering there's no health refills at all, I can already say goodbye to my checkpoint. Bad. Wow, I got hit. That's great. I love getting hit. Okay, out of that. Okay, the purples are aimed at me, so move more, not less. That was a green bullet, apparently. On my original playthrough, I did 2 stages per video. I think it's gonna be 1 stage per video now. Oh, this is a terrible run. Just destroy me. At least there's no lives or anything. I can try as often as possible. It only destroys a planet every time I do it. These triangle shooters are clearly what hits me the most. And I think I know what the answer to that problem is. Things die so quickly if you just laser them enough. Would be great if I also aimed correctly. Otherwise, triangle shooters will remain to be the worst. Also, I did not hit one of those turrets. Press the wrong button. Just end me. Surely, by the end of this, I will be able to tell the thrust button from the arms button. That's what I wanted to do. And that's also what I want to do when they return in the second half. Oh, still got hit. I'm gonna reach the boss with one hit taken again. No, nope. I got obliterated. Unceremoniously obliterated. I mean, it's doable. The boss is not the hardest thing. But that one attack at the start has hit me every time by now. Just gotta make sure the trust meter does not run out right when I'm trying to run into enemies. Make sure that doesn't happen. And I wanted to say make sure that every turret on the right side dies. I did not make sure of that. Well, I want to try something in this attempt then. Did not want to laser. Did press the wrong button there. So I did not try anything. I wanted to see if I can just dash through that one attack that keeps hitting me. Because my thrust does recharge in time for that. Well, if I'm learning anything from this experience, it's that this will make me master this game. It will force me to understand how to do things. That is not how you do things. That was a terrible thrust. Those triangle shooters aim at me, by the way. Thankfully, I'm just bad anyways. Maybe I shouldn't completely laser that one, considering I don't get a full recharge out of it. I don't actually know if I got hit trying to thrust into the boss there. But I have thrust back then, if I require it. No, I did not get hit, because otherwise I'd be dead. I'm dead anyways. If only I could get a perfect run of the stage. And just have a checkpoint at the boss. But that requires not doing mistakes like that and leaving a turret alive, which somehow didn't hit me. Still shocked that this guy is trying to pull me. Because that feels like that's something that might then happen again in the future. Come on. Every time. Getting a feeling I'll beat the boss without a checkpoint. Wow. Wow! So happy. I conserved some energy against you, but not health. Maybe I won't beat the boss before reaching a checkpoint. That was good. That felt good. That felt bad. Somehow I messed that one up. Always gotta find new things to mess up. Okay. Charging planes. Very bad. Hey, full energy at least. Wish it wasn't so obvious when I press one of the wrong buttons. The wrongest buttons. Too many buttons. Hey, those green bullets are kinda hard to tell. Which is why I keep getting hit by them. I get so close every time. Not every time, but sometime. Wow, I didn't need to use my thrusty. Does that mean I can use it somewhere else usefully? I didn't. So I won't. What do I do when those planes start happening? Where am I supposed to be at that point? Heck if I know. Didn't do enough damage during phase 1, so he used it twice. I'm assuming it's gonna be too weak. Maybe I'm underestimating calming. Maybe. Just maybe. Really? Is that just it? Is that all I needed? Correct weapon for the job. Well, no. Really not. I mean, it's making these triangle guys much easier. Which means I can use my thrust in different places, perhaps. Like when these guys appear. Maybe just don't use homing when those guys appear. Boss moves around a lot during this and the next patch, so homing might actually be good. But I might just be bad also. But homing seems to do the stage pad a lot better than Spreadshot did. Making those revenge bullet guys more dangerous with their revenge bullets. Regular shot also does not destroy those. So. With this, I can actually move left and right and make sure all the turrets are destroyed. Also, do that. Die. Give me a checkpoint. Never do that stage again. Where are the green bullets coming from? Are they being shot from the purple bullets? Well, doesn't matter anymore. Never needed to use that checkpoint. That was a major pain. That took almost exactly an hour. That's essentially saying, yes, we are doing one stage per. Unless future stages somehow go better. Doctor, I've destroyed a former droid leader and secured the area after a few lost planets. The droids are telling me former droids have already taken control of the mines. The operation seems highly efficient. Perhaps we should let them run the planet. Not funny, Lancer 2. Full extermination will take some time. Shall I secure areas one by one? Your top priority is to seek and destroy former droid leaders. Only the leaders can perform long-distance spaceflight, so if you destroy them, small ones will be trapped, unable to expand beyond this planet. Understood? For now, search the mines while we work on regaining control of the planet's sensors. I will sweep the area, Lancer 2 out. Hey, ask your boss if she can unlock our combat protocols. Do not worry about the fighting. I would handle all of them myself. Well, I see what things have been dashed from the upgrade list. HP upgrades do not exist. Emergency shield does not exist. And recharging health with thrust does not exist. So everything that has to do with health, I guess. That's fine. That's fine. I don't think I used... No, I did use HP up. So I can use that EC I use for HP up in the future differently. But for now, I can follow my regular plan, which is spend it all on power. Because if things die quicker, I don't need to deal with them as long. And because I didn't take the secret finder item, I get 1 EC that I can keep for next time. You can also spend them 1 EC for a weapon you didn't choose in that stage or other stages. We don't need to do that now. We might end up doing it in the future.